Hello and welcome to my Google Classroom video on how to create assignments. So we're going to go ahead and start. We're going to go to classwork first. I'm going to create an assignment up here. I'm going to go to create and an assignment. So I'm just going to label this one week 1 Dropbox since I'm comparing this to the learning management system of Desire to Learn. So week 1 Dropbox, I'm going to say upload your Google Doc. Let's see here. Can I create one for all? Let's see, Google Doc. Out. Students, make a copy for each student. So I'm going to say type your learning for the week on the document. And I'm going to want to go over here and assign a grade category to week 1. It is automatically worth 20 points. My due date is going to be next week. My topic, week 1. Okay, so I have already assigned a Google Doc for the students to type in, which I will show you what it looks like on the student end during my demo video. But I want to make a rubric for this assignment. So you can always reuse rubrics when you create one in the past and want to continue to reuse it, or you can import it from Sheets. But I'm going to create a rubric to show you what it looks like. So I'm going to use scoring. The points are going to go in descending order. So you have to add criteria and then we can copy this. So let's say criteria title, I'm going to say conventions. And now down here you have levels. So your points is 1. So I'm going to say did not meet. Okay. And that's what I'm going to go over here and say. Points 2. Started to meet. 3. So this is where we get that cascading levels. Met some requirements. Needs a little revision. So this is where students can then see how they did. Let's see, 4 points. Met all requirements. So you can always add in descriptions here, like did not use proper conventions. And then you can be descriptive all the way throughout here. That way when your student gets their grade back, they can see what they got correct and what they needed to work on. So this is just one criterion. You see up here that it automatically gives it a point of 4. So remember I had already created my grade book to be 20 points. That would mean that I would need a lot of these to continue on. So I'm just going to continue to duplicate this one until I hit my 20 points for satisfactory purposes. But if I were to create a different one, obviously, this would be good if you wanted to leave the met all requirements in the titles, and then you just wanted to change the conventions. As you can see here, it did automatically change because I have it in descending order, so the 4 is first. And I can add criteria. If I hit the help and feedback, you can get help with creating your rubric. So here was the one that I created. So you can always delete it. You can move the criteria up so that they see it differently. Now I have 20 out of 20 points. I'm going to hit save. Now they can see the rubric with 5 criteria in here, 20 points, which is equal to the 20 points in the grade category. I'm going to go ahead and hit assign. Once it loads, I'm going to go back to the stream. It should be the first thing here. I posted week 1 Dropbox. I can go into instructions. I see the rubric here, which I can see what it would look like for them. All of the requirements would be listed here for them. Obviously, mine is a shorthanded rubric because I didn't fill it in for you guys, but you absolutely could. And then this is what it would look like for them as well, so that when I go back and grade it, these would be filled in. So it's a great visual, honestly, which is really helpful to have. And that is how you use a rubric on Google Classroom. If I wanted to continue to use that rubric, I could. For example, let's just go to this assignment really quickly. Let's go to edit it and see if it will let me reuse a rubric. So as you can see here, week 1 Dropbox rubric is here. I could re-add it, but obviously I wouldn't reuse this one for this category because this would be a quiz. I would have to create a separate rubric, but it is possible to re-add the rubrics there for you. So it's super easy to do. I'm going to delete that. Thanks for watching.